Okay, so let's dive right in. Today, we're going to unpack a whole world of meaning that's hidden inside what seems like a super simple question. It's a real puzzle, and all the pieces are about language, expectations, and, the promises that are being made.
And here it is. This is the big question at the heart of it all. On the surface, it just looks like we're trying to put a label on something, right? But what we're really asking here is something deeper. What's its real purpose? What kind of promise is it making to its students? And believe me, the answer to that tells us a whole lot.
So to even begin to solve this puzzle, we've got to get our terms straight. Before we can figure out what any institution's name really means, we need to be crystal clear on the difference between a college and a training institute. So let's break it down.
All right, first up, college. When you hear that word, what pops into your head? Probably broad academic learning. It's all about exploring the big why behind a subject, diving into theory, history, and critical thinking. The goal here is usually a formal degree, something that shows you've got this really solid foundational knowledge.
Okay, now let's flip the coin and look at a training institute. This is all about the how. The focus here is way more specific. It's vocational, it's practical, it's hands-on. You go to a place like this to learn a very specific skill you can take to the job market, and what you walk away with is usually a certificate that basically says, yep, I know how to do this.
So when you put them side by side, you can really see how different these two paths are. A college, that's kind of like the scenic route, right? You're exploring broad ideas, digging into theory, and it all leads to a degree. But a training institute, that's the express lane. It's a straight shot to learning a specific skill that gets you a certificate. Totally different missions and totally different promises.
All right, so we get the definitions. But you might be thinking, does this really matter? Isn't this just, words? And the answer is, no way. This is not just semantics. The name an institution chooses has huge, real-world impacts for literally everyone involved.
Just think about it for yourself for a second. When I say the word college, what's the first thing that comes to mind? And now, what about when I say training institute? You see? You probably already have a bunch of assumptions about what they teach, who teaches it, and what that piece of paper you get at the end is really worth. Our brains just do that. We use these labels as a kind of shortcut.
And that's the crucial point here. That name, it sends out ripples. If you're a student, it completely frames what you think your future career is going to look like. If you're an employer, it's a quick signal to size up a candidate. Are they a big picture why person or a hands-on how person? For the teachers, it defines their entire mission. And for the institution itself, this is its brand. It's its whole reputation, all wrapped up in a name.
This really gets to the heart of it all. A name isn't just a name. It's a promise. It's like a contract with every single student about the kind of knowledge and skills they can expect to walk away with. It really does set the stage for everything that follows.
So, now that we have all this context, we can go back to our original question. But this time, we're looking at it with a whole new perspective. It's not just about taking a box anymore, is it? The real question is, what promise is this name making? And is the institution actually keeping it?
And at the end of the day, the real answer isn't on the sign out front. It's in what they actually do. You have to look at their curriculum. Is it all about broad academic theories, or is it laser-focused on teaching specific, practical skills for a job? That's where you find its true identity.
So what's the takeaway for you? How can you figure this stuff out for any school you come across? Well, here's a pretty simple checklist. Number 1, look past the name. What's its official status? Is it accredited? Number 2, dig into the curriculum. Is it mostly theory or mostly practice? And number 3, check out what they give you at the end. Are we talking degrees or are we talking certificates? If you do those 3 things, you'll get a really clear picture of what an institution is truly all about.
And that brings us to one last thing to think about. We've just seen how one little word, college, can carry so much weight. So I'll leave you with this question. How much does a name, a label, or a brand really shape what you expect? And not just in education, but, in everything. I think if you really stop and consider it, the answer is pretty fascinating.